Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Lines and Tarot. Welcome and welcome back again. It's time to step into the Lines Den. Now, today is July 9th, and this reading is going to be on TVXQ's Changmin. This is brought to you by Patreon, my lovely Patreons. If you're interested in checking out that channel, please go follow the links below and see if there's anything you would like to, well, if you'd like to support me monetarily, just go ahead and see what you like over there on Patreon. So I'm going to be doing a reading on Changmin. I'm going to do a small personality reading. I'm going to check on his romantic life and just to see what is going to be in store for him in the future. This is probably going to be a really short reading since he's not very active. No, I think he dropped something not too long ago, but he's not very active. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you see any cat hairs on my table, please ignore it. I can't get her off of my table at all. I lint roll it every day, but I can't get her behind off of my table. All right, so let's Changmin. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I don't feel like Changmin is good with animals, but it says so. Anyway, so we have child nature, saboteur, gambler, and companion. So basically, with child nature, it just says that all around Changmin is somebody who is, he may be nature loving, animal loving, or have a care for people and things that are specifically, I feel like, not in a higher or greater great as a position as him. Almost like he sees, okay, there's a little bit of ego in this, but it's just almost like, he's someone who loves to care for people who are beneath him. I don't know what kind of way to put it. But just like a person would care for their pet, and their pet is a pet. It's not, another human being in a sense. So it's just like almost that kind of dynamic, except it's with animals and as well as certain people. He has that, they're kind of a cute, beautiful pet that you're going to love and take care of kind of energy. We have saboteur. It says highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. Okay. So this is talking about Changmin, and it seems like Changmin is definitely someone who finds his flaws and works against them. He's someone who is who's constantly trying to improve himself and grow and change certain things about himself for the better. It seems like Changmin is someone who probably looks back on his past things and he's like, that's where I did wrong. I'm not going to do that again kind of person. Let me see. I feel like there's something else that I'm missing. Changmin may also have some little toxic obsessions as well. Little things that he won't let go of. Little weird quirks. Okay, so the next card is Gambler. It says willingness to follow intuition even when others don't doubt you. I actually feel like it is actually literally talking about gambling, even though it's illegal. I wonder if he does do some sort of gambling. I feel like he does. Now, I don't know if it would be gambling for money, but I definitely see him being the type of person who plays bets on things. Like, oh, I bet I could do this and you can't, or I bet I'll almost like a competitive type of person. like someone who's just constantly competing for no reason. We also have companion, loyalty and tenacity, and unselfishness. So that means it's just talking about him actually being a really good companion and taking care of those he loves and those people around him. He does obviously pride himself on loyalty. I feel like this kind of just immediately made me think of the company, and I'm just like, even if it's toxic loyalty, I guess loyalty is loyalty to him. But also I see loyalty to and also this could be in reference to his, I think he got engaged, so to his fiance as well. So we'll see. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull some cards for his romantic life and see what that is looking like. So I believe, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, that he did get engaged recently. Yeah, because I think I remember tweeting or retweeting someone's post. It's funny how they act so differently from when Changmin got married to when Chen got married. So let's see, how is Changmin's romantic life right now? Keeping an open mind. Okay, well, where's his fiance's or wife's romantic feelings at? Okay, we have 2 cards. Ooh. His wife is at pay attention to red flags and separation. They may not last. So I don't know if they officially got married or if it was one of those things where he got engaged. But there's something about him that she's like, no, this is not it. And I guess it took to them to get engaged for her to see certain red flags in their relationship, and for her to be like, nah, I have to get out of this. And I don't know what that is about. I'm quite curious about what is going on there. So now I'm actually going to get into Changmin's relationship a little bit. I'm about to get into his business. So let's get up into his business. Let's see what's going on. So from the wife, what is she seeing that's giving her red flags? Why is she thinking about separation? Wisdom. So something from her higher self is telling her that there are warning signs for her in particular. There's some warning signs. She just knows better. She said, girl, no ma'am. Start and balance, land over Changmin's romantic card. So this is almost like they're like at the beginning of stages of their relationship, and not like at their relationship because they've obviously been together long enough to get engaged, but the beginning relationship of their engagement or their marriage, and trying to find this balance. I'm going to ask y'all a very interesting question. Is Changmin sexist? Because I feel like he's giving his fiance or wife or whatever it is now some very stay in your place kind of tease, some very you don't need to be working, you need to be in that kitchen kind of tease, some very low-key this is a man's job kind of tease, okay, some very he gives her an allowance and clings to most of the money kind of tease, like he's like, I'm the head of the household, you better sit down in your place and do as I say kind of tease. So y'all need to let me know if he's like a sexist or if he's like misogynistic, because I'm feeling like there's these kind of tendencies that are popping up, which is causing her to see these red flags, and you know, it's just her higher self is telling her, yeah, I may have to dip, because it may be a case where he's lenient when they're dating, and then when they're married it's just like, okay, you're my wife now you can't wear those skirts or those shorts, now you can't be out here working because I pay the bills, so you know, well, I don't know what job you got, but you got to quit that, now you can't be out here on the internet and doing all this. So it could be something like that. but there's definitely control. There's definitely control, and ego and money involved, where it's just almost like I feel like a restriction. So, there's that. So let's see, what's the next biggest thing to happen in Changmin's life? Poverty. Ooh. I wonder... Ooh, I hope he picked the right one. I hope he picked the right one, because she may ruin his career. I hope he picked the right one, because it looks like with this poverty, it definitely looks like if they split, she's going to air his shit out. He going to lose jobs or things. I don't know if they already split, but he better be really careful around this girl. He better be real careful. I don't know what it is with these SM artists and their wives or their fiancés, and this shit just not working out like it should, but okay. So let's see the next biggest thing to happen in TVXQ's Changmin's life. We have the Five of Pentacles again with this poverty. It's this Five of Pentacles. And it's in reverse still. Now, he could actually end up making a comeback or see him more on TV because he needs to make more money because of the wedding and or his marriage. Okay, we have these Eight of Wands. Nope, but there's stuff that's going to be revealed about it really quickly. Like, there's going to be some things revealed about his marriage, or his lifestyle. There's something that's going to be brought to the public. I don't think it's going to be good, though. I don't think it's going to be good. So basically, his next biggest scandal is probably some information about him being released to the public and having the public kind of look at him kind of crazy. Just one more card to see if it adds anything to the story. We have the Lovers in reverse and them splitting. Like, so it could be like you'll see Changmin back active, and then it's just like, oh, well, what happened to your wife or your fiance, and they're no longer together. So this is really interesting. This is a really interesting reading. I do think that's going to be something that is publicized. And I'm going to be really upset if this is something that's already public and I just don't know, because honestly, I'm not in artists' business that much at all, especially if they're not, some of the main groups that I follow. And y'all know who that is BTS, EXO, Blackpink, and Twice. So if they're, and Astro, honestly, if they're not any of those groups, I do not know what is going on in their lives publicly. So this is what I'm getting. And like I said, I don't know if they've already announced the split and maybe I'm late, but this is what I'm getting. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It wasn't super long, but I do think it went into detail about the stuff that's going to be happening in Changmin's life in a few. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to probably look up this information as soon as I'm done recording. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, make sure you leave the like button. Let me know in the comments section. I don't even know if he's even revealed her face. Do you think his marriage will last? Do you think they're going to last? Do you think he's going to get a scandal? And if you're interested, like I said before, check out my Patreon or check out the member subscriptions that I have down below if you want to support me monetarily. All right, guys, I'm out. Deuces.